Stop for a moment and listen closely, because what you are about to feel is not a normal shift in the sky. Something is opening tonight, something that has been building in silence, waiting for the exact moment when your soul would be ready to hear this message. The November 20th Scorpio New Moon is not just another lunar phase. It is a powerful cosmic awakening that only a small circle of chosen souls can sense. You are not here by accident. You didn't stumble onto this message by chance. Your higher self, the part of you that remembers what your mind forgets, guided you here because the universe has been preparing this moment for years. There is a reason your emotions have been heavier, your intuition sharper, and your dreams more vivid in recent days. These are signals, early whispers from the universe, telling you that a new energetic doorway is beginning to unlock. The energy of this new moon feels like a cosmic key turning inside an ancient celestial lock. It is subtle enough that most people will overlook it, yet powerful enough that those who are aligned, those who are awakening, will feel a deep pull in their spirit. Scorpio's energy does not tap lightly. It digs beneath the surface, exposes hidden truths, and awakens parts of you that have been asleep for lifetimes. That is why this moment feels different. It carries a weight, a tension, a strange sense that something is shifting, even if you can't explain it. This is not imagination. This is not coincidence. It is activation. For some of you, there has been a quiet inner restlessness, a sense that change is approaching. Even though life on the outside may appear the same, that sensation is not random. It is the universe preparing your inner world for what is about to unfold. It is clearing space for new guidance, new clarity, and new direction. The chosen ones often feel these energetic waves before anyone else, because their spirit is tuned to a higher frequency. You feel the tremor before the earthquake. You hear the whisper before the message becomes loud enough for the world to notice. Something ancient is resurfacing during this Scorpio alignment. Something connected to remembrance, intuition, destiny, and the unseen forces that shape your path. And the fact that you are here, in this exact moment, listening to these exact words, is the proof that you are being prepared. You are being aligned. You are being called. The universe does not send invitations without purpose. It opens the door only when the soul is ready to walk through it. This is the turning point. This is the energetic shift you've been sensing without fully understanding it. And tonight marks the beginning of a deeper awakening within you. The moment your destiny begins to move, to rearrange, to unlock, nothing ahead of you will remain the same. Because once this gateway opens, the path you are meant to walk becomes clearer, sharper, and more undeniable than ever before. This is your moment. This is your activation. And from here forward, everything starts to change. The Scorpio New Moon is not just a moment in the sky. It is a doorway that opens only under darkness, a gateway that cannot be accessed when the world is distracted, loud, or filled with noise. Scorpio rules the shadows, the unseen layers of the soul, the hidden parts of ourselves we often ignore. When the moon disappears into darkness in this sign, it activates the most powerful metaphysical forces of death and rebirth. Not physical death, but the death of old patterns, emotional burdens, karmic loops, and timelines that no longer fit who you are becoming. This moon strips away illusions and reveals what has been buried beneath the surface of your life. It asks you to let go so you can rise. It asks you to trust what cannot yet be seen. And it invites you into a portal that only opens when the world grows still enough for the soul to hear its own truth. there is a deeper magic within this alignment, the creation of a zero-point field. In spiritual terms, this is an energetic reset, a moment when everything you've been carrying, every cycle you've been repeating, every emotional pattern that has held you back is brought to a natural pause. Imagine the universe pressing a quiet reset button inside your spirit. The energy becomes lighter, clearer, and ready for a new imprint. This zero-point field does not erase your past. It frees you from the weight of it. It gives you a chance to start again, without the old echoes defining your next steps. It is the universe saying, release what is done, prepare for what is coming. But Scorpio is not gentle. It does not politely ask for change. It pulls you into transformation. And this is why emotions may feel intense or unpredictable during this period. Scorpio exposes the truths you've been avoiding, the feelings you've pushed down, the choices you delayed because they were uncomfortable. This moon brings them to the surface, not to punish you, but to liberate you. When Scorpio energy arrives, the soul begins to see the truth with a clarity that can be uncomfortable but necessary. This is the beginning of evolution, awakening what was hidden and ending what has been draining your spirit for too long. You may have noticed this energy building in your life already, a restlessness that doesn't make sense, a desire to withdraw, reflect, or stay quiet. Moments where your emotions spike without warning, a sudden need to let go of old habits, relationships, or environments. These sensations are not mistakes or mood swings. They are signs your body is preparing for activation. Your spirit is tuning itself to the vibration of the gateway. You are being guided to slow down, to listen more deeply, to pay attention to the whispers within. When a soul approaches transformation, the outer world often feels heavy or out of alignment. This is how the shift begins, quietly, internally, before anything becomes visible on the outside. And here is the mystery. This energetic doorway is not something that opens every year. It is part of a larger cosmic cycle, a rare alignment that we may not feel again for decades. The universe has been arranging this moment piece by piece, preparing the exact frequency needed to crack open the deeper layers of your destiny. That is why your intuition has been stronger. That is why your dreams feel more symbolic. That is why certain people or experiences have been fading out of your life, while others seem to appear at the perfect time. These are clues that the gateway is forming. The Scorpio New Moon invites you to step into the unknown, not with fear, but with curiosity. It asks you to trust that on the other side of this transformation, something bigger is waiting, a clearer direction, a renewed identity, a deeper purpose. What lies beyond this portal is not fully revealed yet, and that is intentional. Scorpio teaches us that transformation cannot be seen before it happens. It must be felt. It must be lived. And when you walk through this gateway, you won't just change a habit or a mindset. Something in your soul will shift. Something in your destiny will unlock. And this is just the beginning of what waits on the other side. There is a reason why certain people are awakening faster right now, why some individuals feel the energetic shifts more intensely than others. These aren't random spiritual reactions. This is activation. The ones often called chosen, awakened, or old souls are experiencing a quickening because their energy is not new to this world. They carry a frequency that is older, deeper, and more ancient than their current lifetime. These are souls who have lived through cycles of transformation before, souls who arrived on this planet with memory stored not in the mind, but in the spirit. And during moments like the November Scorpio New Moon, those memories begin to stir. They rise like waves from the subconscious, reminding you that you came here with a mission long before you understood the meaning of purpose. Many chosen ones grew up feeling different, more sensitive, more intuitive, more detached from ordinary life. They felt things deeply, noticed things others ignored, and often questioned the world around them at a young age. This isn't a personality trait, it's a signature, a sign of someone carrying an elevated frequency that doesn't blend seamlessly into a world still learning to wake up. These individuals often felt misunderstood or isolated because their energy didn't match the vibration around them. They weren't here to fit in. They were here to help shift what society accepts as normal. And now the universe is signaling that their time has come. Under this Scorpio new moon, soul contracts begin to reactivate. These are agreements made before birth. Connections, responsibilities, and roles the soul promised to take on once the world reached a certain level of transformation. This moon awakens those contracts like a key turning inside a long-locked door. Past life memories rise as intuition. Ancestral codes awaken as sudden knowing. Emotional understanding grows without explanation. This is why some people are feeling intense dreams, sudden déjà vu, or powerful emotional waves out of nowhere. Their spirit is remembering something their mind hasn't caught up to yet. These symptoms are not coincidences. Intensified dreams that feel like messages. Déjà vu moments that stop you in your tracks. Emotional breakthroughs that appear without warning. Flashes of intuition that feel too precise to ignore. Sudden clarity about people, decisions, or paths. Physical sensations like tingles, warmth, or pressure during quiet moments. These are all signs that your energy is shifting into alignment with your next stage. The veil is thinning around you because the universe is preparing you for a new role, a higher awareness, and a deeper purpose. The world is entering a transformation cycle. Old systems are collapsing, old beliefs are dissolving, and old ways of living are fading. During times like this, the planet needs anchors, people who can hold higher frequencies, create calm in chaos, and guide others toward truth and healing. The chosen ones are those anchors. They are being activated now because the energy of the world is accelerating, and their presence, awareness, and strength are needed. Their awakening is not just personal, it is collective. Every step they take forward sends ripples into the consciousness of others. And if you have been feeling this shift within your heart, your emotions, your intuition, or your dreams, it is because you are part of this activation. The universe is not asking you to be perfect or fearless. It is asking you to be present, aware, and willing to rise into what your soul already knows. You are being guided, prepared, and aligned for a reason. This is why everything feels more intense right now, why signs seem louder, why your inner voice feels clearer, because you are approaching a turning point. And what comes next is not just a spiritual upgrade, it is the beginning of the 3 miracles that are about to unfold in your life. These miracles are not symbolic. They are energetic shifts that will reshape your path, your purpose, and your destiny. The activation has begun, and you are standing at the threshold of something extraordinary. Miracle 1 arrives quietly, but its impact is powerful enough to transform the course of your entire life. This first miracle is the release, the deep karmic cleansing that begins the moment the Scorpio new moon opens its gateway. It doesn't push, it doesn't force, it doesn't attack. Instead, it begins dissolving the emotional weights you've been carrying for years, sometimes even for lifetimes. These are the patterns that always repeat, the memories that sit heavy in your chest, the fears you pretend you've overcome but still feel in the background of your thoughts. Under this energy, those invisible burdens begin to loosen. The walls you built for protection start cracking, and the parts of you that have been held hostage by old pain finally begin to soften and let go. The magic of this release is that it doesn't happen through struggle. It happens through alignment. When the Scorpio Gateway opens, it creates a powerful frequency that shakes loose anything that doesn't belong in your next chapter. You don't have to fight your way out of old patterns anymore. The universe clears the path for you. This is why certain memories may rise up suddenly, or why emotions you thought you had mastered may return. They appear not to break you, but to be healed permanently. What shows up during this time is ready to leave you. What comes to the surface is coming up for its final release. This cleansing can feel like a spiritual detox, a strange mix of vulnerability, clarity, and relief. You may feel moments of intense emotion, followed by moments of incredible peace. You may feel like you're shedding old identities, old expectations, old versions of yourself that no longer fit. And even though it can be uncomfortable, there is a lightness underneath it, a quiet sense that something heavy is melting away. You might feel yourself breathing differently, thinking differently, seeing yourself differently, as if the weight you carried for so long is finally lifting off your shoulders. This is where the first miracle becomes unmistakable. Relationships begin to shift, not because something is wrong, but because the energetic bond that kept you tied to certain people or situations is dissolving. Old connections weaken, new ones begin forming. Your mind starts rejecting things you once accepted, and your heart starts craving experiences you once ignored. The direction of your life subtly, but unmistakably, begins to change. It feels like being gently pulled away from what drains you and guided toward what strengthens you. As this release continues, clarity begins to replace confusion. You understand yourself better. You see your past with more compassion. You stop blaming yourself for what you didn't know before. You begin stepping into a new identity, one shaped by healing, not by history. The timelines that kept looping are broken. The emotions that kept repeating are resolved. And you start moving toward the version of yourself that your soul always knew you could become. What makes this miracle so powerful is that it works beneath the surface. You don't always notice it day by day, but suddenly you begin to realize that you're thinking differently, choosing differently, feeling differently. You aren't reacting from pain anymore. You're responding from awareness. You aren't tied to your past anymore. You're walking toward your future. The universe is clearing the pathway of your spirit so your destiny can finally move. And as this cleansing completes, something extraordinary happens. The past stops controlling the direction of your life. The emotional chains break. The karmic loops dissolve. The heaviness disappears. You begin to feel like yourself again, only stronger, wiser, and more aligned than ever before. This is the miracle of the release. It is the universe whispering that you are no longer required to carry what broke you, hurt you, or limited you. The gateway is removing it piece by piece, preparing you for what comes next. The universe is erasing what no longer belongs to your destiny. Miracle 2 arrives not as a whisper, but as a rising force from within, a power that has been waiting for the right moment to awaken. This miracle is the unlocking of your hidden gifts, the abilities you were born with but haven't fully accessed until now. Under the influence of the Scorpio New Moon, intuition becomes louder, sharper, and more precise. The inner voice you used to second-guess suddenly becomes the voice you trust, without hesitation. You begin to sense things before they happen, feel shifts in energy without explanation, and notice synchronicities that guide you toward answers you didn't even know you were seeking. This is not imagination. This is the awakening of dormant spiritual sensitivity that has been asleep inside you for years, quietly waiting for the universe to activate it. As this miracle unfolds, manifestation accelerates. Thoughts begin turning into reality faster. Intentions start aligning with opportunities. Even the smallest desires seem to attract symbols and signs that push you closer to them. You may notice repeating numbers, feathers, songs, or messages arriving at the exact moment you need them. These synchronicities aren't coincidences. They are confirmations from the universe that your energy is rising, your alignment is strengthening, and your connection to the unseen world is becoming clearer. This heightened awareness pulls you into a state where everything begins to make sense in a deeper, more connected way. The invisible threads behind your life start revealing themselves. This awakening also brings buried talents and strengths to the surface. The Scorpio energy digs into your soul and uncovers abilities you may have ignored, suppressed, or forgotten. You might feel a sudden desire to create, teach, heal, or lead. You might rediscover passions that once lit your spirit but were pushed aside by life's responsibilities. You might feel an inner pull toward a path you cannot logically explain, but intuitively know is right. These sensations are not random. They are the activation of your soul mission. This moon reveals who you have always been, beneath the layers of doubt, fear, and conditioning. For many, this miracle comes with a powerful moment of clarity, a sudden understanding of your purpose, a realization about your identity, a sense of certainty about what needs to change. You may wake up one day with a deeper knowing that you are meant for something more than what you've been accepting. You may feel a magnetic pull guiding you toward new environments, new people, or new opportunities. This isn't impulsive change, it's destiny making itself known. The universe is aligning your path with the version of you that is ready to emerge. The ignition of your inner fire begins here. This awakening feels like a spark in your chest, a surge of confidence, a renewal of energy, a feeling that something powerful is rising from within. You begin trusting yourself more, doubting yourself less, and stepping more boldly into who you are becoming. Old fears lose their grip. Old insecurities fade. You begin seeing your life from a higher perspective, understanding that every challenge, setback, and delay was shaping you for this moment. The fire inside you is not just emotional, it is spiritual. It is the awakening of your true power. What makes this miracle so life-changing is that it marks the beginning of a new identity. You no longer move like the person shaped by pain. You begin moving like the person shaped by purpose. You stop living small. You stop suppressing your voice. You stop hiding your gifts. The awakening brings you into alignment with your authentic self, the version of you the universe has always known you would become. This is the shift where you step out of the shadows and into your potential, where you stop doubting your intuition and start following it, where your inner knowing becomes your compass. The second miracle is not just about gaining power, it is about remembering the power you always carried. And from this moment forward, the universe begins rearranging your life to match the strength that has just awakened within you. Miracle 3 brings a shift so profound that it doesn't just change how you feel, it changes the direction of your entire life. This final miracle is the timeline correction, the moment when the universe begins pulling you away from the path created by fear, confusion, or delay, and toward the path that was always meant for you. It is a realignment with your highest destiny, the version of your life that matches your true potential rather than your past limitations. When this miracle activates, it feels as if something unseen is guiding your steps, rearranging circumstances and opening new possibilities that were never available to you before. It is destiny adjusting itself, moving you into the timeline where your purpose, abundance, and alignment finally come together. You may notice this shift through sudden urges, the impulse to leave behind what drains you, to pursue something that calls to your spirit, or to step into a bigger role than you ever imagined for yourself. These urges are not random thoughts. They are signals. They are the universe nudging you toward the doorway that leads to your next chapter. Old cycles will feel tight, uncomfortable, or impossible to return to. New opportunities will appear with surprising clarity. You may feel a magnetic pull towards certain decisions, even if you can't explain why. This is how destiny speaks when it's ready to move. As this timeline shift unfolds, synchronicities multiply. You start seeing repeating numbers at meaningful moments, meeting the right people at the exact right time, or stumbling into information you've been needing. Chance encounters feel intentional. Random moments feel guided. Even your emotions transform into intuitive downloads, sudden clarity, unexpected inspiration, or strong inner knowing. These are confirmations that your path is being recalibrated. The universe is stitching together events in ways you may not fully understand yet, but their purpose will reveal itself piece by piece. During this miracle, certain things will fall away naturally. Habits that once felt comforting may suddenly feel heavy. People you were once close to may drift out of your life without conflict. Plans that used to excite you may no longer resonate. This isn't loss, it's alignment. When your destiny is shifting upward, anything that cannot rise with you begins to fade. This clearing makes space for new connections, new directions, and new energy that match the person you are becoming. It is the universe reshaping your environment so your next steps can land smoothly. The most powerful part of this miracle is how quickly things can change. Once the timeline shift begins, life accelerates. Manifestations speed up. Decisions unfold effortlessly. Breakthroughs appear out of nowhere. It feels like you are being carried by a current rather than forcing your way forward. And the next 21 days become crucial because this is the window where new doors will open with unexpected ease and old ones will close with finality. This is the period where destiny does its work quietly but undeniably, rewriting your trajectory in ways you will only fully understand later. This miracle marks the moment your life begins to move with purpose instead of resistance. You step into clarity instead of confusion. You walk toward alignment instead of distraction. And you begin to sense that everything is happening for you, not to you. This is the turning point where your past stops defining your direction and your future begins calling you forward with strength, confidence, and unmistakable guidance. Your life is about to move faster than ever before. You were brought to this moment for a reason, and whether you realize it or not, you've been feeling the signs long before you pressed play. That pull in your chest, the sudden waves of intuition, the strange synchronicities appearing at the perfect time. None of it is random. You are responding to a cosmic appointment your soul arranged long before this lifetime. This gateway, this energy, this exact moment is part of your path. Trust that you are guided here because you are ready to rise into a new version of yourself. This moment marks a powerful shift. It is the end of the identity shaped by old wounds, doubt, and limitation, and the beginning of the identity shaped by clarity, purpose, and awakening. As you step forward, trust what you cannot see yet. Trust the whispers, the sensations, the inner knowing that keeps nudging you. You do not need to understand every detail. You only need to allow the transformation to unfold. Breathe deeply and feel how your energy responds when you accept your readiness. This is your turning point. Let yourself receive what the universe has prepared for you. Let yourself believe that the miracles ahead are already in motion. Everything you've gone through has been leading you to this exact doorway. And now the path opens. The shift begins. The new timeline activates. From here on, you walk with more intention, more confidence, and more connection to your true destiny. Your destiny is not being predicted. It is being rewritten. If this message resonated with your spirit, show your alignment. Like this video, subscribe for more cosmic guidance, and comment, "I'm ready," to declare your place in this awakening. Your next chapter begins the moment you say yes.